Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity.
Так, нас сейчас, получается, включаем мне 3 человека. Я надеюсь. Все, я так понимаю, все. Блять, какой-то... Кто 4-й? Отпишитесь. Потому что здесь кто-то еще есть. У меня показывают 5 человек, типа, смотрится. В главном меню, сейчас звук тоже есть, да? Нас смотрит 5 человек. Так, блядь, у меня что-то это пиздало. Ай, похуй. О, все, продолжаем. Продолжите, сюда куча жжет девилки, лучше пойти мне. Я вас понял. Не, игрушка, в принципе, топчик. Еще по оптимизацию завести, бля, это шедевр. Ну, хотя я надеюсь, такой дикой прямолинейности дальше не будет. Я надеюсь, что все-таки это типа только обучение, типа. Потому что говорят, типа, обучение там долго времени занимает. Я вот надеюсь, что дальше все-таки прямолинейность такой дикой не будет.
What the hell?
Тебя что, ебаешь?
What is it?
Так, смотрим на карту. Говорите с паном. Мне бы, наверное, поспать все-таки. Так, постель там это. Уйди нахуй. Диска я тебя за... Что туда? Меня слышно ничего, нормально. Звук с игры не перебивает меня. Напишите в чате. Чтобы еще это, да, что в игре чуть-чуть бавлю. Так оставить. Ну, окей. Продолжаем. Так. Я надеюсь, это моя пиздюшетня. Ложимся. Вот пацанчик. Так. Так, чё у меня с пустота? Я... похоже... вот как. Это я так понимаю... Бля, я не понял, это одно очко к этой хуйне или что? Ну, я не знаю, давайте, наверное... Красноречие добавим. Тут, блядь, типа... Если дохуя чего-то делаешь, у тебя тогда начинает, типа, прокат. Все понятно. Ну тогда, блядь, стоп, где это пизда была? Ну, типа, общую тоже вкачу. Но уже все-таки не бомж. Спать. Чё, нету времени? Нет, сохраняйся, когда бухаешь шнапс. Там, короче, в самом начале. Сейчас. Да, блять, он сейчас у меня сдохнет, блять. Сейчас. Вот, спасительный шнапс, короче. Я так понимаю, его у меня 3 штуки. И типа вот его пьешь, и ты типа сохраняешь. Видишь, что даже вот на этой бутылке типа значок сохранения. пожрать что-нибудь. Так, журнал. Поговорить с паном Похом. Я так понимаю, с тобой попиздить надо, шлепочек. Ну, в принципе, меньше 40 кадров не падает при средних настройках. Ну, как бы мне похуй, я за графон.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss.
Качусь.
You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
Ты мужик,
I heard about your father. They say he was
My
a
insides are shriveled up with the hunger.
I can't
God damn it,
understand
my
why
stomach
you
hurts.
I'm sure he has. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss.
Чё? Мне было что голову. О, дайте, блядь. Я где-то читал, там тёлку уже кто-то ебал, блядь.
Ah, milady. You're fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
Стефань.
My lady, I'm honoured.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojana here will take care of you.
Боженину нахуй, блядь.
No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master?
Шлепок помойся. Люди
Here
тебя
you are,
боятся
then.
будут.
Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Здесь,
Thank
типа,
you,
внешний
my lady.
вид влияет, типа. Ну, кто к этим относиться будет?
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Может, ты
Good
ко
night,
мне
man.
зайдешь, девочка?
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Ясно. Сейчас как сапожки. Сапожки. Вот 30 FPS. Нихуя. Сектор приз на барабане. Пиздим все, пока не доказано, ни за что сказано. Ракалик, блядь. Ну, короче, я спижу все, типа, я, бля, герой, я спасаю жопу, нахуй. Ай, блядь. Нихуя уже, блядь, 11 часов на пол. Смотрите, его шатает, он, блядь, спать хочет, наркоман ебаный. Говорила мамка, нахуй, не кури, спайс, нахуй. А где здесь на... Вот, сытность 15. Сытность 25. 27. Ёпта, он похож объелся. Тот типа свинка, он, блядь, смотрите.
You fled from Skalitz.
Блядь, тихо, 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 тихо. Ну, я думаю, часов 9 поспим.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Ну, полежим, блядь. Пузо потешит. Думаю, блядь, полузу, что хуй прорубили.
Yes?
Прикинь, сейчас девочка будет.
It is I, Henry.
А я так...
Forgive the intrusion.
Я манго, ё...
I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you, but I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Знаю. Я чувствую свой навигатор.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. A fellow by the name of Kunnish owed money to Father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunnish had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved, but Kunnish still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. I saw smoke on the horizon from a village Sigismund pillaged on the way to our town, which was soon to meet the same fate.
God have mercy.
And then death descended on Skalitz. Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one human after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armor, saw Father and charged at him. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armor, saw Father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I no longer heard any sounds of battle coming from the castle, so Sigismund's army must have regrouped and started preparing for siege.
No doubt you're right.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I wanted to help her. God knows I wanted to, but... even though I had the sword we made for Sir Radzig, they had me outnumbered and they were well armed too. I only just managed to grab one of their horses and ride off. I couldn't help her any more than I could have helped my parents.
It wasn't your fault.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors he went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles
Да,
enough
кстати,
of
я
your
тоже
own.
заметил.
I'll go and let you sleep.
Чё вы, чувак?
I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Нет, там ебаться можно, я это знаю, блядь. Я ролики видел, типа, всякие трейлеры. Там, блядь, можно. Так что мы еще наверстаемся. Прилег, нахуй, блядь. Ну теперь кого там выбирать чпохнуть, нахуй. Где бы манера нахуячиться. Ну, в принципе, сюжет немножко банален, типа, блядь, надо отомстить за ртаков. Посмотрим. Блядь, лошара там, блядь, с бомбом. Мужики, налетайте на водяну, блядь. Там, блядь, взрыводеление, отбить ее хотят. О, здесь 50-10. Синди прибыл, блин, и написал. Это, блин, толково еще написано.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Ну, просто я... Короче, сейчас я там прибавлю потом звук. У меня просто как бы дом спят, я получу. Ну, ёп. О, игра сохранена, заебись. Так, стоп. Иди на лестницу. Вот. Стоп. Здорово, мужики. Чё, дрочь, пошли нахуй.
I reckon not.
Блять, чё
There's too
лагает?
few of us. And anyway,
Алло.
we ain't prepared for us.
But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
Чё за пиздёж?
Hey, watch it.
Говорит усатый.
I'll remember you.
Чё, они твою точку взяли? Поебаться?
Look where you're going.
Пиздюки.
Hey.
Ну давай попиздим, маленький шлепочек усатый, блядь. Я знаю на тебе то, что у тебя усы, блядь. Мужик, пообрись. Что случилось?
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Ну чё, блядь. Это отвлекающий манёвр.
Then who is it? The scouts give his sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund. Said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Ну это я в трейлере видел. Это вроде то войско, которое нападало.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Ansig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzik, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me.
Нет, блядь, он
He only got away by the
ебался.
skin of his teeth, though.
God.
A brave young man. But tell me,
Ты
friend,
ебал, показал,
how on
как
earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Tomber?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
Sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I see you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Мне кажется, это
Farewell, friend. And good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people too. These are dark times. Move out!
Кстати, там хуже мода на усы была, что все сами гоняют шлюхи. Ты б тоже усы, хотя... Ну, у тебя он раз вот такие, блядь. Битва пряников, блядь,
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrol. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled, and report everything to me at once. Understood?
Чё, дед, пизди. Я могу помочь.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch on the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later.
Вы мне какую-нибудь броню дали, я хз.
Jesus, look what the hell are you doing?
Блять, что происходит, алло? Да, блять, вы... Чё?
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
Нихуя у меня в тени. Здоровый бандит. С вами, как всегда, Дмитрий. Блять, Глеб сидит. А что плохо? Оптимизация игры или что-то с Steam? Потому что у меня игруля сама, бля. Бля. Опа. Я надеюсь, что патч будет очень скоро, иначе это караул. Да, кстати, каждый там что-то хуя большая делает. Если не ошибаюсь, 16 вроде. Бля. Короче, наверное, сейчас я дождусь с утра. Если будет сохранить все это. Я надеюсь, это мои чувачки. О, с ним попиздеть, нихуя! Надо попиздеть.
Good health to you.
What do you think about how the Skalitz folk managed to get away?
Fortune smiled on him, that's for certain. Sigismund must be seething with rage.
It's just a shame Fortune didn't smile on all of them.
Oh, shit. Sorry. And you know Sir Radzig Kobyla?
I wouldn't say I know him. I've seen him a few times. Why do you ask?
He must be a fine lord. Takes such good care of every one of his serfs.
Surely all the lords do that.
Ah, I could tell you some stories.
About Sir Divish?
Jesus, no. I didn't mean it like that. Just that I heard stories from other soldiers that would make your skin crawl.
I see.
Hey! Watch it! What the hell? Are you serious?
Я слышу, ёп. Бля. Чё тут покажется, игра вообще? Да, прикол в том, что игра-то не сохранена, блядь. Сука, я здесь перед боем сохранишься, блядь, пожалуйста.
Indeed, Robard.
Кстати, я тобой проведу.
Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. Maybe I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg. That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markvart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markvart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Ratzik Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Ratzik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there's little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Нихуя ты, блядь, мои генеральные начальники. Шаблончики. Я еще угорну, Саня, не падал. Бля, вы что, серьезно? Сука, я думаю, сейчас пиздец будет. Я в ахуе. Бля, я думал, это те типа орут.
Get on with you, Robard.
Бля, ну, фартанул, типа. что, это перетекал видео, похоже, да? Бля, где сохранение, заебали? О, ёпт. Ну, дорогие зрители, сегодняшний стримчанский можно подводить к концу. Завтра обязательно будет продолжение. Примерно часов 8-9. Ссылочка. В общем, размещу ссылочку. Все. Все, и можем сходиться. Короче, всем пока. Goodbye.